Domestic violence is not the same as like your children gonna have to see this stuff. The internet never goes away. Like yo, right now, he's in bench.
He literally took a video that he and I did and was gonna have it released.
My message, you know, was
I'm talking to, she satisfying me.
I'm tired of hearing you saying it.
She is hurt. She just made another music video about you. Another whole song. She's made two songs.
She's not hurt making songs. I feel like she's capitalizing. Let's be real, Tasha.
Well, it's kind of like, you know, I can't, obviously I lost my husband. Obviously in a sense you won, per se.
No, I didn't win.
You did. If you want Martell back, well, I mean, literally both of y'all could have him back if you wanted to. I mean, he would be.
Hey, what's up, my truth seekers? How are you guys doing? Welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D, unapologetic and 9 buys. Yes, indeed. I just love that. Gosh, I love my intro. Love it, love it, love it. I see that my girl, Miss Wu, she is in the house. Good afternoon, Lady D and chat. I think if I'm not mistaken, Miss Wu, this was her second time, the first one that came on my live. So Miss Wu is, if you are in the house, you going to get a Stormy product, Canvas Beauty Body Glaze. Canvas Beauty Body Glaze. And also Miss Linda Young. If you are in the house, Miss Linda, she is the second one that have come on. Guys, you going to get Body Glaze by Canvas Beauty. This is by Stormy Stills on Love and Marriage in Huntsville. Let me go ahead and put my let me put my email. Guys, write this email down right quick. Let me put it because I'm not going to keep it on long. Come on and email me. And I promise you, make sure that you have Cash App, okay? And you can go ahead and purchase you some body glaze. I have four already. But I really love the strawberry shortcake. The other ones, I love it. But I'm gonna go ahead and give it to my in-laws, for Mother's Day. But I have the strawberry shortcake, and trust me, I got these arms out just shiny and nice and smelling so good. So let me go ahead and put my email. Guys, make sure you write it down right quick. If you don't wrote it down, just say you wrote it down because I'm gonna go ahead and delete it after that. Okay, so let me see if I can go ahead and put my email. Yes. So thank you guys for coming up, being the first ones coming on to my live. So hold on one second. Let me write this down because I can't see. Hold on one second. Let me make sure I get this together. Ooh, ooh. Hold on one second. See if I wrote it right. Okay, okay. So Miss Wu and Miss Linda is in the house, okay? Miss Linda Young and also Miss Wu. They were the first ones that came on my live. Okay, so go ahead and write this email down, spicycajun985 at gmail.com. Make sure you write it down. Let me know if you don't wrote it down, guys, because I won't leave my email up too long. Okay. So once you write it down, email me. Write it down. You got it? Okay, come on, Linda. Linda, you got it? Let me know if you got it because once you get it, I'm gonna go ahead and delete the my email. Okay, good, good, good. Email me, guys, and I'll make sure that you have Cash App. Okay, you have to have Cash App. Okay, so congratulations, guys, to Miss Wu and Linda Young. Yes, for being the first ones, and I see also Takia Warrant is in the house. She say, "Hey, Lady D." See, guys, like I said, when you come on and come on early birds, like they say, early birds get the worm. Okay, you are welcome, welcome, and thank you, guys. Thank you for your support. I mean, I have it on now. I love it. I love it. I love it. I had ordered four different ones, but I'm going to give it away for Mother's Day. And just look at these arms, especially with these elbows, guys. Just look at that. Look at that glycerin. I mean, it is good. Like I said, we have to learn to support Black businesses, and I just love it. I love it. I love it. And I'm pretty sure when Miss Wu and Linda Young, guys, when you get that, I mean, you're going to enjoy it because I enjoy every bit of it. Okay. So make sure you email me, guys. Email me. And once you email me your Cash App. And I promise you, I will get this to you. Body Glaze by Stormy Still, Canvas Beauty. And this right here, this is not, I'm doing any promotion for Stormy. This is all on my own. YouTube does not have nothing to do with this. Okay. So, guys, again, welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D, unapologetic and nine buys. I am so glad that you guys are in here. Oh, man. It was it is very beautiful out here. Very, very beautiful. I see Linda Young says, I have the stem. It smells so good. SEMA. She said, I tried the strawberry. Thank you. Okay, well, get you some oil, because she has a lot of stuff. She even have hair products. We have to learn to support Black businesses. Okay. Thank you very much, guys. So let me go ahead before I continue with everything. Let me see if I can make it myself a little smaller. Do my little copyright. The copyright disclaimer is under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed. And also, guys, make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. I see Miss Dugan. Yes, she is in the house. She say, "Hey, real family." Yes, indeed. I love the vibe, guys. Like I said, in here is real talk, unapologetic, non-biased, and grown folks. We here, like I said, we not here sitting there pacifying nobody. We here standing on our truth. And when it comes to this channel, this channel may not be for everybody, but it's for people that, they are critical thinkers and, going to, call it as it is. If they see it, they're going to call it. They are not going to whitewash anything. Okay. So before I get into all that good stuff, like I said, we're going to go ahead and talk about love and marriage in Huntsville. All the love and marriage in Huntsville, all this right here to me is for entertainment purpose only. These people, they chose to put their life on display. So if they put it out on display, then hey, we're going to go ahead and pick it apart. But I think that when it comes to love and marriage in Huntsville, they've been beating this dead horse for 7 seasons. And I think, it's time for them to go ahead and let it go. It's time for Martell to move on. If he's with Arion Curry or whomever he's with, let him be able, long as he on that show, let him be able to tell his story. Okay. But guys, before I get into all this right here, I want to go ahead and show you. I know you guys already saw it so many times. I mean, when I saw this young fella, he's an airman. His name, U.S. Airman. His name is Roger Forson. I mean, gosh, it reminds me, it could have been my son, your son, or anybody else's son. And like I told you guys, over and over, when it comes to some of these policemen and the black man, it's just so horrible. It's like they're going to do whatever they need to do, unalive you first before they find out the facts. And just to know that this child went to the wrong home, according to the reports that's out there, and unalive this guy. I mean, did it 6 times, and we just got to talking codes because you know how it is when it comes to, this platform right here. We could talk about all the foolish stuff, but when it's time for us to talk about what really is going on out there, then, it's like, we got to talk, in codes or something like that. But I don't know if you guys had seen this right here. A young guy, let me go ahead and read it to you guys. Hold on one second. Hey guys, this is my friend. I'm trying to see if she'll come on. Okay, she had called me. Look, you on live. Come on, show yourself. Show them how beautiful you are, and also how black businesses, people, how we do our thing. Okay, and give a shout out to your business. Okay. Yeah, you could come. Just go to Real Talk. Real Talk. Go to Real Talk. I'm live right now. And I'm going to drop the link and you can come up and you could go ahead and promote your businesses because that's all it about, black businesses, you know? I'm gonna drop the link. Just come, just do just like you do any other. Just come on my hit Real Talk and you're gonna see where I say it live at, okay? You see it? You probably have to key it in. Hold on one second, guys. I'm trying to see if I can get my friend, and she's gonna talk about her business, okay? Cultivating body. Yes, she does it all, and she'll tell you exactly what she do. And also, you do events because I know one of the cast members, Keisha. She does a lot of events when it comes to getting black businesses together and you can talk about that as well because you do a lot of vendors and stuff like that, Show us what we do in these little small neck of the woods, okay? Ah, yes, indeed. Okay, yes, real talk with Lady D. If not, let me see if I could send you the link. But you should see it because I'm live right now. Yes, guys. So look, I'm trying to see if I can go ahead and get my friend, and this is my friend, okay? This is my friend. We've been friends for years, and we do our thing, okay? Especially when it comes to black businesses, honey. We don't play, and we don't play when they try to mess us up, right? Right, Cat? Ah, yes, indeed. You see it? Well, let me hold on one second, guys. Let me see if I can drop her the link, okay? Okay, guys, hold on one second. I'm trying to get my friend up, okay? And she's going to talk about her business. You see it? Okay. So hold on one second, guys. So just trying to get my friend up here and we're going to go ahead and talk about we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about all this right here, but we're also going to talk about black businesses. Okay? So just bear with me right quick, okay? You see it? Hold on one. Guys, bear with me right now. I'm trying to get my friend on, okay? Trying to see if she's going to come on. Yes, Linda, it is heartbreaking when I saw this young child, I mean, was unalived by a Florida police, and the way that it happened, that was horrible. That was real, real horrible. So guys, just bear with me. I'm trying to see if I can get my friend to come on so she can be with me. We could do this live. So I went ahead and texted to her, emailed it to her, but for some reason didn't show up. So what do you see right now, Kat? I'm on live right now. The name of the show that I'm on is After 7 Seasons Struggles to Let Go of the Past. That's by Martel, Holt. Okay, you there? So just say something. Go in my live, or it might not even let you see because you have to be subscribed for at least 10 minutes. Are you there, or you don't see the email, right? Yeah, because I think it's subscribe. It's you subscribe to my channel, right? Because if you're not subscribed to the channel, it's not gonna let you come on until about 10 minutes. Okay, just say something. Come in live and just say something. And once you come in, I'm gonna drop the link. And once you drop the link, you come on. So guys, just bear with me. But yes, we talking about it's time for Martell Holt to go ahead and move on, move on with his life, guys. It's time. But also we want to make sure we say a prayer for this young guy. I mean, lost his life, not really lost his life. His life was taken from him. Roger Forsum, and what he was is the U.S. Airman. And he was only just 23 years old. My God. And the thing about it, the cop that went ahead and unalived him, he, they went ahead and gave him administration, leave, with pay. Make it make sense, guys. It's just horrible. That's why I say you don't play with the cops. It's letting you in, Kat. You can hear him, but it's what it's saying. It's not letting you in. So it's not letting you chat, right? So check your email and see if you can you got the email now, because I did send it to your email. So instead of your business email, what about your regular email? You want to try that one? Is What about you? You want to try the business your regular email? Wait, hold on one second, guys. I'm trying to get my friend on. I'm gonna put you guys. I think she have to wait. Linda, let me know. I think she have to wait like 10 minutes before it let her comment. Because I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link, Kathy, because I know that it probably let you in, but if not, we'll do it next time here. Yes. Yes, but I went ahead and dropped the link. If you could sit there, but you do see my live, right? So yeah, and it's not letting you get on at all, because what I did, I put subscribers mode only, and I think you have to wait, like I think it say like 10 minutes. So go ahead and subscribe. You subscribe to the channel? Yeah, subscribe to the channel, and if you not doing anything and I'm still on, because I usually stay on the whole hour, okay? And just click on, okay? All right, love. All right. Okay, bye. Hold on another second, guys. Okay, guys, I am back. I am back. Sorry about all that. I was trying to get my friend on because she could have talked about her business as well. What she does body cultivating, where if you go and get surgery, get some type of work done, you can go to her and she can help you with the wounds and stuff like that. Also, she does so much. I mean, she's a jack of all trades. So I was trying to get her in, and also my friend, she does a lot of events, something like what Tisha do. She get vendors, small businesses to come to wherever she's going to have an event, and small businesses they come in. So like I said, we live in also a little small town, but we make it happen. So we have to learn to support black businesses. And also Miss Wu and Linda Young, make sure you go ahead and email me, because like I said, you guys, early bird get the worm, and we going to make sure get some body glaze or whatever stormy she got going on. We're going to make sure that we get this to you guys. Okay, so again, guys, let me go ahead and talk about we're going to go ahead and talk about this young guy. He was a U.S. airman. His name was Roger Forson, and he was unalive, guys. And it's just so sad, especially Mother's Day is around the corner. And just to know now that the mother have to bury her son, which it should be the other way around. But now the mother, she got to bury her son. And the thing about it is Mother's Day is around the corner. And that's why I say, when it comes to these cops, we want to sit there, we want to play with the system. You don't play with the system, because especially when it comes to our people, they're not going to sit there and when you call them or something happen, they just going to react. They're going to react. They're not going to think about anything. But right here, this right here comes off of BBC. This BBC news. It says that the U.S. airman shot and killed by police in Florida. Florida police have publicly released a body camera footage from a deputy sheriff who fatally unalived a U.S. Air Force member at his home. At his home, guys. And that's why I told you. I tell you guys all the time, you don't play, when it comes to these cops. You do not play, especially when you are a black man, okay? It also says senior airman Roger Forson, who was 23 years old, such a baby, guys. His life was taken away from him so early, was taken to the hospital where he died, officers said. A lawyer for the victim family cited a witness alleged the police burst into the wrong home. The police went and bust into the wrong home. Police have disputed the claim and said the deputy reacted in self-defense after he saw Forson armed with a gun. This child was inside of his home. And if someone is bamming on my door, I don't know who it is. So if, like I said, he's not, allowed to have a gun with him. And it's not like he had it pointing at the cop. Make it make sense, guys. But also, let me go ahead and continue reading. It says that the airman was unalive on May the 3rd at his home located 5 miles from the Special Operation Wing at Hartburg Field, Florida, where he is based. So that's the U.S. Army, where he's Air Force, where he's located at. He was like 5 miles, from his apartment. And also it says that the deputy who unalived him, whom police have not named, has since been placed on administrative leave with pay. With pay, guys. And like I said, we go around and we sit there and be around things that's entertaining us, but all the while, these people are working overtime on us. That's why I sit there and say, guys, we just got to do better. We have to do better than what we are doing right now. And right here it says the Okaloosa County Sheriff Eric Aiden said the shooting was being investigated by the Florida Department of Law Enforcement and the state attorney office. Mr. Aiden promised to provide transparent and accountability, but added this investigation takes time. But I want to assure you that we are not hiding, cover up, or taking any action that would result in a rush judgment of Mr. Forson or our deputy. The sheriff showed a 4-minute video taken from the body camera worn by deputy who fired the fatal shot. The clip showed police arrived at Forson apartment complex and being led to an elevator by a witness who said she had heard fighting coming from an apartment. So I guess someone, had called and said that there were some fighting, that, was in the apartment. But the thing about it is that the police, they said, had, knocked on the wrong door, because this little young guy, he was FaceTiming with his girlfriend. So I don't think that, he was fighting with someone, and FaceTiming at the same time. So, right there, they had the wrong apartment. And also it says that the deputy then approached after front door alone, knocked twice, called out that he was the member of the sheriff's office. But the thing about it, when he did knock, and the young man opened the door, boom, 2 seconds, that was it. The guy was, 6 times. Forson was seen holding a gun in his right hand as he opened the door. Then deputy then fired multiple shots as soon as the door opened, telling him afterward to drop the weapon. It's over there. I don't have it, Forson said as he laid on the floor. A lawyer for the Forson family, Ben Crump, said in a news conference on Thursday that Forson was the best America has to offer. Absolutely. He had a lot of life to live. Only 23 years old, guys. Also, it says he was a patron. He was a U.S. Army specialist op. He was fighting for our way of life. He was fighting for everybody, Mr. Crump said. And just to say that he was fighting to protect and to serve us, and just to come home, and my God, this is heartbreak. This is heartbreaking. His mother, Shanmika Forson, broke down crying as Mr. Crump recounted the moment before the airman was unalive. My baby was everything, she said. This is so heartbreaking, especially, just to think about it. Mother's Day is next, right around the corner in 2 days. Mr. Crump said at the time of the shooting, Forson was on a video call with his friend, his girlfriend, who described what she heard to his family legal team. The friend said that the airman heard a knock on the apartment door and asked who was there, but receiving no response. He then heard a second very aggressive knock, but did not see anyone when he looked through the peephole. So what, according to his attorney, Ben Crump, what he's saying that, maybe the police must had, their finger through the peephole where he couldn't identify who it was. Also, it says it is at this point that Forson is said to have grown concerned and retrieved his gun, which the lawyer said was legally owned. So that was legally owned. Like I said there and say, you guys can read the rest of it. But this is how I look at it. I look at it like this. If you are afraid of your job, if you sitting there saying that you wants to be a cop and you are afraid of your job, then you need to find something, else, because quite obvious, this right here is not for you. That job is not for you. If you are afraid and you want to sit there and take someone out in 2 seconds. So let me go ahead and show you this right here. This is going to, they also was a member of New Birth. That's Jamal Bryan. That's his church. So they also was a member there. So let me let you guys see this right quick, okay? And then after that, we're going to get on with our commentary. Hold on 1 second. I want you guys to see this right quick.
Played for him a recording of Forson's call with his girlfriend just moments before the shooting.
What, if anything, can you tell us that you heard in the recording?
Banging on the door. They did not identify themselves. As soon as he opens the door, They opened fire.
Dr. Bryant told me the funeral service for Roger Fortson will be held at New Birth next Friday, all while the investigation into the deadly shooting continues.
My baby was my everything.
That's horrible.
And Dr. Jamal Bryant told me he is now inviting all mothers of children who were killed by gun violence to come to New Birth on Sunday for a special service. This Sunday, of course, happens to be Mother's Day. Right. And the pastor of New Birth confirmed with me today that friends and family will gather here inside the church next Friday to say their final goodbyes to senior airman Roger Fortson.
Horrified.
Dr. Jamal Bryant of New Birth Cathedral in DeKalb County told me Fortson's mother is a church member. He says she actually played for him a recording of Fortson's call with his girlfriend just moments before the shooting.
What, if anything, can you tell us that you heard in the recording?
Banging on the door. They did not identify themselves. As soon as he opens the door, they open fire.
So guys, look, this is Jamal Bryant. He's talking about, the incident that had happened. This is very horrible, where he says, I'm morally outraged that this has happened to an innocent airman and not to mention a member of New Birth, his church. I'm grateful my comrade, attorney Crump, and my mentor, Reverend Air Sharpton, are sounding alarm for justice to be served. Please keep his family in prayer, especially his mother this week. So guys, we're going to make sure that we keep his family and his mother, knowing that in 2 days, Mother's Day is around the corner. And now this child, she got to, bury her child. Make it make sense, guys. And like I said there and say, all the stuff when it comes to the reality shows, we can take the foolish things to conform the wise, but when it comes to the law, we don't play with the law. We do not, especially when it comes to some of these cops today. Some of these cops, and that's why I say, especially what we need to do instead of sitting on these reality shows and sitting there worrying about these people that chose to sit there and put all their business on display. What we need to do is come together, and we need to sit there and rally around all the stuff that is going on and making sure that these cops, when they do some crazy stuff like this, make sure that we get them in their pockets where they're going to think twice, because long as the tax dollars are paying for their reckless behavior, they're going to continue doing this. But if you start sitting there going after their pension and making sure that if they make some reckless judgment like that, don't pay them at all. No way in the world that they should be home on leave, on administrative leave with pay. No. Before they finish with the investigation and see, that everything is clear, then pay them back pay or whatever. But in the meantime, sit there and hit these people in their pockets. And I promise you, they're going to think twice. Okay. So make sure you say a prayer for that family, because like I said, it could have been anybody. You do not play with these cops. These cops, they're going to sit there and be before you know what they're going to do first, and then they're going to think about it later. I see my girls in the house, Nicole Givens. She said, thank you for sharing your wisdom with us every day. Happy early Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to you as well, Nicole. Lady D. And she said to all the mothers in the chat, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers in here, all the mothers. Also, Nicole says, my prayer and condolences goes out to the family. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So guys, I wanted to go ahead and make sure I let you guys see all this right here, because this is horrible, guys, and just to know that this is what we talking about today. We talking about all this right here today, how Melody went out and sat there and had this black man arrested, guys, arrested for something that is a misdemeanor, something that they should have just came together and just talk it out. You don't play, like I said, you don't play when it comes to these cops, especially when you are a black man. Just think about it. How one of the neighbors heard a complaint and called the cop, and instead of the cops going to the right door. They went to the wrong door and unalived a U.S. airman, 23 years old. And when I saw that, and it reminded me of all this stuff that we are talking about right now. When Melody, she went and she had this man arrested with her children in the car. We don't know how this could have played out because we have heard so many horrible stories. So many horrible stories. What if a bad cop, a very bad racist cop, would have pulled Martell over on the road for a speeding ticket or, for anything, just being black. And soon the minute that he got out the car, this cop felt like he was afraid of his life because it was a black man, and would have sat there and unalived this man in front of his children. We saw so many horrible stories like that before, guys. We can't keep sitting there, thinking that this is a game. This is not a joke. This is not a joke. Nicole Gibbons says, I always agree with you, Lady D, on a clip with her brother. Miss Buddy said she went to the magistrate to show the text. Martell need to show his videos of the torture lady to the magistrate. Absolutely. And that's why I know when he go to court, if I'm not mistaken, Nicole, I think he goes to court next month. But I hope he shows all this, all the stuff that had happened to him. And see, when she do something, the thing about it is that you guys wants to stick your head in the sand. But this right here, what she did, let me see if I can find a clip, because, we have amnesia. We tend everything when Miss Buddy do something, we want to sit there and we want to stick our head in the sand. We don't, look at this. Let's look at this right here.
Don't stop, Mel. Mel, don't do this shit.
Today I'm going.
Don't. No, I'm saying don't do that. No, do not. You go ruin this furniture.
And I can go. I don't care.
You gonna ruin the furniture. No, do not put that on.
Now, this right here, she actually poured the lighter fluid on the couch, on the floor. This right here is not someone's threatened. She actually did it. And we already know when it comes to those torture lighters, all it just take one click. And before you know it, you don't know what could have happened. But the thing about it is that's why I was so disappointed, because Carlos King and Dr. Heavenly, they didn't talk about this right here. They only want to harp it over this RP tape. Ain't no RP tape ever came out. No RP tape this man released. He sat there and told her on a text, leave me the F alone. If not, but like I said, you can't arrest a person or charge a person just because he had made a threat to his wife. When you're going through all custody battles and stuff like that, we say different things. Let me drop the link in case Nicole wants to come up. Nicole, if you want to come up, Davina, if you guys want to come up, you are welcome to come up, guys. I went ahead and dropped the link. Davina and Nicole, guys, if y'all want to come up, you guys are welcome to come up. But the thing about it is that nobody talked about stuff like this. We want to talk about all this other stuff, all this stuff that's irrelevant, not even irrelevant, but we want to talk about that. But what about all this right here? You see, we don't want to talk about stuff like this. See, when it's stuff like this, we want to sweep it under the rug. But yeah, we still harping over a daggone video tape that he had supposed to release. If he released it, guys, where is it? I'm pretty sure somebody would have seen it. And if it was released, and if Martell say he never did, just like I heard yesterday, and I'm going to say allege, then They need to find out who did it. Who did it? Because, you know, they would do anything to sit there and get a storyline because they don't have a storyline. But what about all this right here? Nobody wants to talk about this. Nobody wants to talk about this. And the first thing they're going to say, oh, the reason why she did this, the reason why she went ahead and she did all this is because he took $17,000. Well, you mean that you rather go to prison over $17,000? Make it make sense. Like I say, when it comes to the love of money is the root of all things. But no, nobody's not going to talk about that. Dita say, I have a sinus headache. Okay, thank you. Okay. But nobody is going to talk about that like that. You see what I'm saying? Nobody wants to talk about it. And that's why I said, this is what I said right here. And I also want to talk about when it comes to Sonny. We want to talk about Sonny too. Like I said, this girl, she's not to be trusted. And now they want to say, oh, a hurricane, oh, Stormy is, you know, like she got, you know, not Stormy, Sonny. Girl, trust me. She's got a 15-minute fame, and after that, that's it. So let me let my girl Nicole in. How are you doing, Nicole?
Good afternoon, Lady D. Happy Mother's Day, ma'am. I just wanted to tell you personally.
Same to you, hon. But this is too much, right?
Lady D, I've been wanting to tell you this for the last couple of days because you've been sounding kind of frustrated, ma'am. It's all about politics. The viewership is down. Carlos feels like, you know, the mellow nuts have basically contributed to the blackout. So to get the views back up, all these apologies came out. Mm-hmm. Then he got on a panel where with Dr. Heavenly, and this apology, I didn't see it. I've just been hearing about it because they know politically any kind of DV allegation doesn't look good for the actual show itself. So it's all about politics. They're trying to clean it up and make it look like they're really sympathetic. But we know how anybody with sense feels about her fans. Mm-hmm. It's just all politics, Lady D.
Absolutely. It got to be because all this stuff just come out all of a sudden, you know. But the thing about it is, did you hear anything about it could be somebody else that leaked the tape, and we're going to say alleged, you know, all this right here is for entertainment purpose only. Did you hear anything?
Well, Lady D, I'm gonna tell you like this. In the paperwork that you sent me that was released by her lawyer, which said, I'll never forget, on line 17, mm-hmm. where her attorney said he threatened to release Revenge P. It didn't mm-hmm. say it was released. Her attorney said he threatened to release. Mm-hmm. So people are not reading correctly, or there's a narrative that's trying to be spun here. Because that came from her attorney. It didn't come from his. It came from her attorney. Mm-hmm. It was signed by her attorney. So it said he threatened to release. It didn't say that there was actual footage. Now, if he sent a picture, like Miss Wanda was saying yesterday, and it was done voluntarily, that's up to the court to decide how they're going to handle that. But as far as a tape being released, I'm going based on what her attorney said in the petition that was released in 2022, ma'am. Mm-hmm. And it said he threatened to release it. It didn't indicate that there was actually any footage.
So there is no tape out there, no RP tape out there.
If they read the petition from 2022 that they claim was old, that was released, I'm not one to forget stuff. My mind timestamp stuff. On line 17, it clearly states that he threatened to release it. It didn't say that there was any actual footage. And in Alabama, since one of the CCs, you know, wanted to hint at the law this morning, that's two separate charges. Harassment by text, or DB3, which is the lowest level, as Ms. Marcella said yesterday, which is a misdemeanor. RP in Alabama would fall under distributing private images. So they're not the same charge. So people are very ignorant when they try to lump two charges into one. And if I was Martell, I would start striking channels, because that's basically putting false information out. Distributing private images is what it's called in Alabama. It's not the same as a harassment by text.
Mm-hmm. And that's why, I truly believe that, once they go to court, they're going to just go ahead and drop it. But it's just that they trying to make it so big because they doing anything to discredit him because, DV, nobody wants to work with nobody that got DV attached to them.
Exactly.
And I don't understand, why when Carlos King and Dr. Heavenly, why they kept harping on that instead of talking about what led to it when he told his ex-wife, I'm tired of you, I'm tired of you dragging my name in the mud. I'm tired of you, discrediting me, I just want you to leave me alone.
Well, but most networks won't work with people.
But listen to this right here. Why they didn't talk about what led to all that?
Because, as I said, it's a stigma having someone in your cast that's even been charged with any kind of DV.
But Dr. Heavenly and Carlos King, they got the control.
What he's trying to do is stay in good with the network, ma'am. He's trying to stay in good with the network. So since Martell is still on the cast, he's got to make it look like to the network that he's sympathetic about those charges.
Mm-hmm.
He can't make it look like he's taking up or he's capping for somebody who has even been out where those allegations are even out there. It doesn't look good for the network.
Mm-hmm.
They would possibly drop the show by saying he's sympathetic against people who have been accused of that. So to make it look like to the network that he's sympathetic or that he's not agreeing with that charge, he has to look sympathetic about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I know how he really feels. Anybody with any sense would feel a way about her deranged fans, but he can't make it look like politically that he agrees with or he endorses someone who has been accused of that. So it's basically trying to clean up the fact that he still is having someone that's been accused of that on his cast. So he's just basically trying to clean it up.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I see my girls in the house, T Jones. She
Hey,
said,
Miss
hey,
T.
my ladies. I dropped the link if you want to come up, T. You welcome to come up, girl. Because this right here, this is a lot. I was trying to get my friend to come up. She was trying to, but I'm gonna make sure I get her together. So you can see my friend. Now, this is my friend, right here, in my neck of the woods.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I was trying to get her to come on, but for some reason, I'm gonna make sure that I help, we're gonna get it together because she has her own business as well. And we was gonna go ahead and talk about all that. But she and we're gonna set some up, so we could talk about because we got to start supporting Black businesses,
Exactly.
Definitely. But to get back to where we were, like I said, I just was, I just didn't like that Dr. Heavenly, of all people, because Dr. Heavenly, she's messy. She said was on her mind, but she's a straight shooter. And
yes.
I thought that, she just was going to come out and say, let's talk about, the clips that's floating around when she was trying to throw, lighter fluid all over these people's house, this man's house. But nobody talked about it. I wonder why nobody never talked about it.
Because she hasn't been accused of that DV yet. Okay. So to make it look...
But it was out. It was out.
I agree. But to make it look like to the network, since he's been officially charged with that, they don't want to make it look like they're sympathetic to that. And that's basically his ex-wife being scorned, wanting him off the show. And she feels like, okay, well, he showed the Tasha K tapes. It's all pettiness. He showed the Tasha K tapes. Okay, so I'm going to go to the magistrate and have him accused of this, even though that was several months ago. But she knows, she's smart enough to know that anytime it's DV anything, it doesn't look good publicly.
Absolutely. Well, what about the part when she admitted she DV, when she said at the reunion, that's why I beat your butt, Well,
I agree with you, Lady D. Everything I agree with that.
That was DV because she said
I agree. But she hasn't been charged with it. So in front of the clear people.
She admitted it.
She admitted it, but in front of the clear people, she hasn't been charged with it like he has. So they have to clean it up and make it look like they're not sympathetic to DV anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically, business. You see what I'm saying? To keep the show on the network, all the people that are, the producers and people that are, in charge of the image of the show, they don't want to make it look like they're going to side with someone who was charged with DV. They have to make it look like, regardless of how they feel, they have to appear like they're not sympathetic with someone who has been charged with it. Even though I agree with everything you're saying, but she has not been charged with it. So what I would do if I were him, before the court date, she went to the magistrate. I don't watch the show, but I saw the clip. I would go to the magistrate and show the footage to see if the DA would pick up the charges. Or I would have told her, I would have had my attorney say, okay, all this about me has been released. I'm going to go, if we can't work out something, I'm going to go to the magistrate and show the video or the footage that I have.
Absolutely.
You have a threat for me. I have footage.
Davita is saying your device not connected. Try it again. It's saying your device is not connected. Davita.
Shoot, I would go show mine. I would.
But I just, I just wish he just stopped, when it comes to Martell, when he got evidence and stuff like that, he might as well just go ahead and show it to the court, because she's not going to hide anything. Hey, Davita, how you doing, girl?
Thank you. I'm doing good. How are you doing? Happy
Doing
Mother's
great.
Day.
Same
Hey,
to you.
Davita,
Happy
good
Mother's Day,
afternoon.
guys.
Hey, Nicole, happy Mother's Day. I'm doing
Happy
good.
Mother's Day to you too, ma'am.
Okay.
Here's your salad, sweetheart.
Girl, what's your thought about all this right here is going on? I saw that you was talking about Sonny.
I believe
comments.
whenever there's so much narratives, I believe there's some things that I may say. Destiny did an interview with a guy that I like the other day, and it came out that Sonny requested to be Destiny's producer.
Yeah.
What I'm thinking, if we go back, not this reunion, but the reunion before that, where this whole alleged thing that Miss Buddy heard Destiny and Tisha talking in a hotel room, I believe, in my opinion, that Melody sought out Sonny to try to destroy Destiny's relationship with Moses.
Wow.
That's why I'm thinking, because why would this woman request it to be your producer? But that's what Destiny said the other day on her interview.
Wow.
It's a lot of mixed narratives. But see, God got Martell. He's asked for forgiveness.
Mm-hmm.
But see, what I'm waiting on, if he did the lawsuit against them, it will open a bunch of can of worms, because it will probably expose emails between that head person on that show, cell phone text messages that could be very incriminating.
Absolutely.
And I think Maurice may do that. I think Maurice needed to do that because allegedly that content creator's daughter was working at that courthouse, and I heard allegedly during that time they met with her to try to do this to these cast members. But if Maurice can prove it and got receipts, it will open a can of worms on that too. And I'm tired of the narratives.
Oh, wow. I see Universal T with Marie is in house. Hi, Universal. She say, hello, Real Talk with Lady D chat. Second time dropping down. Thank you for coming in. Welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D, unapologetic and non-biased. I see I got 33 people in here, guys. Make sure you go ahead and hit the like button. Hit the like button. Yes, indeed. And subscribe for more unapologetic content. I see Nicole. Nicole mic must have dropped because I don't see Nicole. I don't see her in. She say, hi, sister. Can I share this? Absolutely. Share this live, girl. Share it. Please, please.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I like Nicole's point of view. She's been spot on since the beginning.
Yes, yes,
Mhm.
yes. Nicole say, Lady D, thank you for having me up. I have to drop down, ma'am. My son just came over with my gift. Have a nice day. You too. And happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Happy Mother's Day. I hope you guys enjoy y'all Mother's Day with your family. Yes, indeed. It's a blessing. It is a blessing. But girl, you are absolutely right. And I saw Sunny where she came. I saw some YouTuber had put out where she kept throwing Melody in the mix of it, as if she want people to side with her. But if Melody side with her, then Melody does not have no room to sit there and try to claim what she's claiming, because that, don't you think that Stormy was a side chick? But the thing about it is that Sunny was grimy, very, very grimy, because she was in Destiny's home, and Destiny, I'm pretty sure, poured out her soul, and she the one most likely, allegedly, ran with the narrative that Destiny was not given what you wanted. You wanted her man. That's what you wanted, right?
Mm-hmm. But
that's how I look at it.
I noticed.
Thank you very much. Go ahead.
I saw an interview that her and Moses did, and what I took from it, it shows me that Sonny wears the pants in that marriage. And that's not always good. Southern men don't like being told what to do, because they're supposed to be the head, not the tail.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that marriage is going to last, because she did most of the talking.
Mm-hmm. Well, you ever heard the same way that you got him is the same way that you're going to have to keep him?
And lose him too, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. So I don't even think that's going to last no more than a couple of months. Before you know it, you're going to be hearing that they divorce.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I think that for Carlos King to put all that on, and knowing that she was, a producer, and now she's ending up with one of the castmates boyfriends, to me that's a conflict of interest. What he's doing is ruining his show to do something like that. It doesn't make no sense at all.
But my heart, see, Carlos' back is against the wall. I feel his back is against the wall.
In what way?
One way is that he said how he checked on Melody, but does he know allegedly that her and her cult, they're trying to destroy him and what he worked so hard for?
Mm-hmm.
You see that main one into trying to interview people who worked with him or had dealings with him.
Mm-hmm.
That part. Then you got this part about this countersuit that came out Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
But trying to go at own network. I think that she got a play in this, Miss Buddy do, with that countersuit going against Maurice. But
girl, when I saw that countersuit and they attached every news person to that countersuit, it's not going to fly nowhere. I mean, these people is going to laugh at them, because first of all, they put an Oprah face. Oprah only owned most likely 5% of her network now, because she sold it to a very huge network, Warner's brother. And you know good and well, Warner's brother money is not going to run out. These people don't even have enough money to do something like that. So that's why I really, didn't even talk about it, because that's right there is just to sit there and throw you guys off. That's all it is. Come on, guys, make it make sense. And also, when it was talking about a blackout, as if they are the cause of a blackout. You're not the cause of a blackout. People are sick and tired of watching Melody and Martell go back and forth. It's time for them to move on. And then the season just started, okay? So, like I said, if anybody ruined this show, is them. My girl's in the house, Starbucks lover. She says, welcome, everyone. Hey, Star. How are you doing, girl? Universal with Marie say, please tap that like button. Yes, indeed. Guys, make sure you tap that like button. And also, guys, if you feel that, make sure you go ahead and cash out Real Talk 985. You're not required, but if you feel like want to go ahead and give a donation, feel free. Or better yet, hit that like button, comment, and share for more unapologetic content. Go ahead, Davida.
It's just that that first episode did something to me because I'm like, here we go again with this stuff. The reason why he said that to her,
I'm not even going to answer that no more. You talking about what's the name? Burgundy? Burgundy? Well, how you pronounce that name? Burgundy? Burgundy?
Oh, I haven't even seen that.
I thought that's what you was addressing.
No.
I'm so sick about this right here. The Arion told OSC that it was recorded and that she has been asked by Martell to release it under a fake account. How many times they gonna keep running with this narrative?
Till it runs out, unfortunately.
Thank you.
As long as Martell be on reality TV.
Yes. But what you were saying?
The narrative that they doing, and it is just is bothersome, the narrative that they putting out, because she kept attacking him in a text message, going at him. That got him, so he retaliated and reacted to that and said, leave him the F alone.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But Heavenly and them, Dr. Heavenly and them, I don't want to bring up that part. That's what I don't like.
I was shocked when Dr. Heavenly, man, because like I said, Dr. Heavenly, one thing about her, she's going to tell it like it is, but she's not a person that jump on a bandwagon because she really don't even need this show. And for her to sit there and say what she said, the only thing that I could think of, she just didn't want these melon nuts to come after her. That's the only thing that I can think of. Because she should have just stayed out of it. Well, let's let the court go ahead and work it out. Let's see how it's going to work out, and then we can go ahead and talk about it afterwards. That's what I think she should have done. I see my girls in the house. Speak with your girl, Marcella. How are you doing, Miss Marcella? I enjoyed your show. You and Miss Wanda. Show enough, Miss Wanda yesterday. You saw it yesterday?
Yes, I did. I enjoyed it. Hey, Miss Marcella.
I stood the whole 2 hours and I watched from the beginning all the way to the end. What got me is Miss Marcella pulled out a cane of cabbage. I never heard that in my life, a cane of cabbage. Guys, have you ever heard cabbage in the cane? Let me know. I never heard it. Even Miss Wanda say, I never heard of no cabbage in a cane. Now, Miss Marcella, you were wrong for that. Oh my God. She pulled out that cabbage in the cane, guys. She said, hey, I woke up with a sinus headache. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you get well real soon. We praying for a speedy recovery. Yes, indeed. But I enjoyed everything of it. I think that we have to with Miss Wanda, showing up Miss Wanda, we all have to do a cooking show because I could cook, I could throw down too, down here in the dirty South. Trust me, we knows how to cook. Okay. What about you, Davida? You not a cook?
Yes, I do. I live in the South and my grandma.
Oh, you in the South too? Okay. The deep South?
I'm in North Carolina.
Oh, okay, okay.
And I lived in South Carolina too, and Georgia. So my grandmother used to clean collard greens the old-fashioned way. She would cook her collard greens, and I watched her how she make it and things like that. Even though they got canned collard greens, I'd rather have it the old school way.
Absolutely. 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 Oh, I knows how to make it, but Miss Marcella sat there and say she used to take her collard greens and put it in the washer machine. I never heard it in my life.
Me either. I never heard
Give it up, Miss Marcella. Give cooking up. You come down here to the South, trust me, I'm going to have to sit there and cook you some soul food as well. My girl's in the house, country girl. Hold on one second, Davida. She say, happy fabulous Friday. I like how she called forth her days. Lady D, Panna, and chat. Texas is in the building. Yes, indeed. Go ahead, Davida.
Yeah, me and my mom were reminiscing how we used to eat stewed tomatoes and rice and stuff like that.
Okay.
That's a southern meal as well,
Mm-hmm.
and with fried chicken and things like that. Um,
Yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. But when she said that she got the cabbage in the can, I say I was done. I was done. Now I heard of, mustard greens and collard greens in a can, but oh my God, not no cabbage. Cabbage only take about not even a good 30 minutes, because I like mine's kind of crunchy. I don't really like mine's, smothered all the way down. Now my mom, she smothered hers all the way down. But I also like meat in my cabbage, maybe some salt meat or something like that.
mhm.
But that's about it. But I have to watch what I eat now. But mm-mm-mm. But girl, getting back to these people, what you think about with Sunny and Destiny? How do you think that Carlos King was just being so messy and petty?
Yeah, he needed to sauce it up, but it really would have been sauced up if he brought the original one should have been there. But this whole Sunny thing, I find it so coincidence they get married and then they're on the show. So I'm not feeling her because she's done a lot of interviews and she's not even a main cast.
Yeah, why she's doing that? That's what I want to know.
And you got to worry about, she's like someone that wants people's approval, like a pick me type female. That's what she
Mhm.
does to me.
I think she wanted to be she just wanted to be on the screen. She didn't want to be behind the scene. She wanted to be a actual, cast on that show. That's what I think.
Hmm. Because when I found out that she single-handedly requested to be Destiny's producer, that told me some things, because this was during the time when that reunion, not the reunion, it was the reunion where Martell had on that blue suit,
Hmm.
and how Carlos made fun, try to shade Miss Buddy because of Arion. That a reunion. That was the reunion where she overheard Tisha and Destiny talking in a hotel room. I think from that moment
You talking
on,
about the producer overheard?
then I'm gonna tell you how the producer came into play. I
Hmm.
think because of that, I believe I believe Miss Buddy sought out Sonny to try to do that.
Wow.
I do think there was some things behind the scenes done,
Hmm. Wow.
because Sonny requested to be her producer.
Requested to be
Mhm.
Destiny's producer.
Mhm.
Wow. And
So
all
I
this right here is alleged, guys.
Right, I'm trying to connect dots, because when she
Absolutely.
when she couldn't requested to be Destiny's producer, this was right after that alleged thing of Tisha and her talking in the hotel room about Mel. It was during that reunion, and when that next season came, the last season that Destiny was on, that's when Sonny became her producer, and I believe she wanted Miss Buddy here was angry, been trying to, and I believe they worked something out so Sonny could be Destiny's producer.
Wow. I
That's
mean,
what I think.
these people are cutthroats, huh?
Hmm.
Wow. But ain't nothing good is going to come out of it because, just like you had said earlier, the only one that's doing the most talking, and that's Sonny. You don't even hear Moses saying not one word. Let Moses speak,
Hmm.
And she was saying that Moses had 7 different girls, while he was in a relationship with Destiny. But if you knew all that, I feel pity how many girls he's going to be in while you said, calling yourself married to him. Because like I said, if he did it to Destiny, what makes you think that you exempt? That's what I want to know. Absolutely. Everything is alleged and for entertainment purpose only.
Hmm.
But what makes you think that, he's going to be faithful to her? But then again, she got a fame. Nobody really checking for her, you know? Destiny gonna wipe her like a dirty old dish rag.
Mm-hmm. And she is not attractive at all.
No, not at all. Not at all. But what you think about Tisha and what's her name? Guys, Kimmy. Do you think that they going to now allow women around their husbands? Producers. I think that's it. I think they done because after hearing what Sonny did and Portia, I think they done with having women producers around their man.
Yeah, they're not gonna want that.
They're not gonna feel comfortable.
Mm-mm. They're not gonna feel comfortable. I don't think so, and I'm glad they're taking a stand. I'm glad they're taking a stand. But what shocked me is how Sonny tried to bring up where was the girl code for Miss Buddy during that time,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, how sway is that?
Mm-mm-mm-mm. Like I say, you never win when you play dirty.
And she's trying to win them over because I've seen some videos where they're uplifting Sonny, these millimeters. They already uplifting her.
Well, you know why? Because she's siding with Melody. Let her sit there and change, on Melody, and you see how they're going to go ahead and turn on her,
And again, I don't think she knows how to be a real friend to nobody because she doesn't have any.
Mm-hmm.
She uses people. Unless she don't need you no more, it's adios. For real, she gone.
Mm-hmm.
But so she won't look bad. I think she tells her people, her cult, to make
Girl,
it look
what you eating sound good. Like, is you eating that cabbage out the can? Because it sounds like you eating something.
I was eating.
You sound like you eating
dinner.
something. This is what I was eating. I was eating yogurt, but I'm hearing something sounding so good. You're gonna have to share that dinner with us, girl.
Yeah, I had to take something because I had a sinus headache. And
okay.
It's easing off now.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to eat me some fruit.
Oh, okay, because something sounds great. I say, Lord, I wonder if that's that cabbage in the cans. You sitting there munching on like that, girl.
I haven't ate cabbage in a long time.
Oh,
And the way I used to make it, I will add chicken broth to mine with the crunch and stuff like that. But I used to cook it.
Yeah.
But I seen somebody on Instagram grilling a head of cabbage, and it really looked good. They were grilling
my
it.
daughter does that fried cabbage, but I like mine boiled. I don't like no fried cabbage. I do mine the old Southern way.
Okay.
All I need is a little teeny weeny water in it, because cabbage got a lot of water, and just maybe a little bit of chicken broth and whatever meat I put in there, and just let it cook down, with my onions and stuff like that. Simple, 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 simple. Miss Marcella is very simple. Put your little oil in it and you good to go. I love cabbage. Yep. I love cabbage.
And see, I grew up with cast irons being used.
Okay. Well, I never use cast iron with boiled food, only when I do when I'm frying.
Mm-hmm, yeah, when we fry, and usually on Fridays, we used to have fish and coleslaw and hush puppies. That used to be a family tradition for years growing up. They would go and make fry fish and stuff on Fridays. My mom's family. That was a tradition they did.
Yeah, a Universal T said fried cabbage is the kind of the same, but to me it takes too long because how I do mine. This is how I do mine. Okay, listen, take notes, Miss Marcella. What I do is I take my, a little oil and saute my season, my onions and stuff like that. Then I go ahead and I put my cabbage in the pot and just put a little bit of water, a little bit of chicken broth, and my meat already in tender because I don't like my cabbage all the way. I like it kind of crunchy, and put a little, my meat and season it up and just let it go and taste, and I'm good to go. That's how I do mine, and I think, down here in the South, we knows how to cook. But girl, this is making me hungry because I am on a strict diet. I am on everything is it got to be really a liquid diet. And oh
Mm-hmm.
my God, it's horrible, 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 horrible. But I lost like 40 pounds. What I'm thinking about doing, I'm thinking about, doing like some kind of little in the morning where we can just exercise, and work out and stuff like that. I'm thinking about, coming on and do a live like that. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't purchase all my equipment. I got a room with all my equipment, and stuff like that. I'm thinking about doing all that right there. But girl, getting back to these people, what do you think? Because I'm sick of it, and I think everybody else is sick of it. What do you think a solution when it comes to Melody and Martell? I think that it's time for these people to sit there and just go their separate ways.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
think it's time for them to go their separate ways.
Mm-hmm. It's evidently that Martell has more of opportunity in reality talk TV. Miss Buddy doesn't. Because if she
Hmm.
did, she would have now been asked to go on other things, and she's not. I think that she the one that needs to go because
Hmm.
it's her that played these narratives and put batteries in these women's backs that cause so much mess. And they think it's funny about this lawsuit that Maurice is doing. It's not. Because
Not at all.
if he plays his cards right, it could open a bag of worms. Skeletons will come out the closet because it will evidently. I think some people should be arrested with
I
that
think
case
so.
because that content creator's daughter worked at the courthouse. They allegedly met with Miss Buddy. If they
Hmm.
could prove all that, somebody needs to be arrested
Absolutely.
because
Absolutely.
that's a federal crime. You're doing things on purpose, researching people's stuff
Hmm.
and their court cases and stuff. That's illegal.
Wow.
So I think that some people need to be arrested. But I
Hmm.
think that if this continues to happen, somebody's gonna, I believe it's either gonna be Martell or someone that's gonna, or all of them together will do a lawsuit against these people, and it's really gonna, they're not gonna have time trying to raise some GoFundMe like they did with Maurice.
Hmm.
It's really gonna be beyond their ever control because I see that happening if this continues going on.
Hmm.
A fan of hers went to Tisha's home allegedly.
Yeah,
See
I knew I
if
wrote that down. I wanted to talk about that. Go ahead. Go ahead.
now what if, I don't know if they got cameras at their home, but some charges need to be pressed against them.
Hmm.
So there's a lot of missing pieces where I think Maurice could benefit because there's video evidence. How can you refute video evidence?
Wow.
How you refute video evidence? Lawyers are not cheap. I don't think this is going to work out too well.
Wow.
I see a class action lawsuit happening because her
Hmm.
fans destroyed this.
This
And because
show.
right, and they put batteries in Miss Buddy's back, I do feel that she's trying to destroy Carlos King's whole existence.
But I don't know if you saw videos that I've been saying this from the day one, is that when it was told to me that she had her own little network thing, Nubian network going on, and I was saying why she does not just leave and focus on that. And that's when I was saying, only reason a person would stay somewhere where they don't like is because they're trying to sabotage it from the inside and out, inside out. So she
Mhm.
feel, and this is my opinion, guys. Like I said, all this right here is for entertainment purpose only. You air it out, you free game. But the only reason why she's staying over there to tear this entire house down, so then she think that she can go ahead and move on. So that's why I was so disappointed with Carlos King when he was there, crowning her and putting that sash on her and making her head more bigger than what it already is, when all the damage, all the stuff that she did to his show. Now all of a sudden the one that you crown is going to HR trying to sit there and get you taken off of your own show. Make it make sense.
Absolutely. I agree with everything there. I would never be someplace that I'm not welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. But I know exactly, Davita. Like I said, I've been talking like this from day one. I just didn't start talking like this. I saw this BS from day one.
Mm-hmm.
The only way that they can go ahead and get rid of Melody, if Melody, is sitting there trying to throw a wedge in this show and making it hard for everybody, is to go ahead and bring her worst nightmare in, bring Arion in. I promise you, even if Arion come on that show and she even say something, one word to Martell, trust me, Arion will let her have it. Let her have it, because you ain't gonna talk to my husband or my man no any type of way. Not as long as I'm around. You guys divorced. The only thing that you guys have in common, and those the kids. If it's not about the kids, you're not gonna sit there and address them no any type of way. So it's best to get Arion on that show. Might as well.
Right, and it's clear to me, if people don't realize that Miss Buddy stopped following Carlos before that podcast. So she's been trying to get at him for a minute. She doesn't.
So before the podcast or after the podcast aired?
Before the podcast aired, she stopped following him.
Why?
She been mad at Carlos. It had to be season 3 or season 4 reunion when Martell wore that blue suit and Carlos was bringing up coleslaw.
What did Carlos say about coleslaw? I'm not coleslaw. Arion Curry. Let's call about her real name.
Yeah, Arion. Yeah, Arion. He tried to. They claim he tried to shade Melody in that reunion because he asked Martell. She wasn't no side piece. She was the whole item or something like that. And she was crying to her mother about how she hates Huntsville. She's been angry.
Oh yeah, I remember
She's been angry at Carlos for some years. See, she's very revengeful. And when you got that type of spirit, there's no God in that spirit.
No.
God doesn't live in that type of thing. You divorced him. I think she need to get off the show because I'm tired of it, of her.
Everybody tired. Everybody is tired of seeing, they going after each other every season. When is enough is enough. If it's time for these people to move on, just like Martell said, he's ready to tell his own reality, tell his own story, what's going on, because now everything is fake. Everything fake, and it's not going to sit there and go into his favor. If anything, if he continue allowing these people to steer the narrative, it's always going to favor Melody. Always going to favor Melody until he sit there and start telling his truth. That's how I look at it.
Right. But see, his real truth, I remember when he first started speaking out back in 2021, 2022, where he said point blank that his reasons of walking out and getting with Arion is because she was this type of wife that want to sit on her phone and go on Instagram and don't do her mother duties and won't satisfy him.
Who he said? He said who did that? Who Martell said Arion was sitting on her butt?
No, he said Miss Buddy when they were married.
Absolutely, yes.
She didn't want to be the wife. She cared about the title, but it didn't want to do the work. And it caused him to walk out and sleep with Arion.
Absolutely.
Because what she failed to realize, what you won't do, another woman will. Unfortunately, that's the price it comes with.
Exactly.
So what I'm looking at, I remember years back, Martell spoke a lot of truth and exposed the type of woman she was. Even his mother used to say that, and Miss Buddy got mad at Miss Marlene, took her out to dinner saying, why did you say that I was a lazy mom and all of that? But
I remember that. I need to find them clips. If you can find them clips, send them to me here. But I'm gonna look for. I'm trying to figure out what season that was, because I remember she got upset. And even when Miss Marlene had said, "Oh, I thought she was gonna kill my son because she was working him to the bone." You remember that?
Yeah. She used him.
Absolutely.
It's a whole, what people don't realize, the same people you meet on your way up will be the same
Mm-hmm.
people you meet on your way down.
Absolutely.
You tells him back in the 2010s era, I want to be on TV. I want to be on reality TV. And he helped you get that, drove to
Mm-hmm.
where Carlos was. But when you got your notoriety and all this stuff, you used that whole platform to villainize your ex-husband. It was all a get
Absolutely.
back. It was all a get
Absolutely.
back and wants to embarrass him. She never seen it for him. And now she's using CK because she's trying to single-handedly destroy that. But God is bigger than everything.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think Davita, I think she really, that's why she threw a wrench in season 1, because she really wanted to sit there and demonize him and use the entire show about villainizing this man because of what she felt that he put her through. I think she already had it already set up. This is, once I get on this show, I'm gonna make it all about how he cheated on me. And she been playing that for 7 seasons. She knew exactly what she was doing. That's why she don't want to let it go, because she know the longer she keep beating on this, the more money she's going to get. She banked off of her pain.
But how long is that going to work?
It's over with now, because I already said it. She had 7 seasons, her 7 seasons to get it right. We sat there and whined 70 seasons. It's up now. 8 is finished.
And see, people don't realize, I'm seeing the big picture with this lawsuit with Maurice. It's going to destroy a lot of friendships because them countersuing against him, they don't think that he doesn't have a way to get, he doesn't have those video footage, and they could be cell phones being have warrants on them. I bet you there's text messages and emails back and forth with Miss Buddy, with that content creator being sued. I bet you it is.
Absolutely. This is what I think. Like I said, you never win when you play dirty. I think that all the dirt that they did by their countersuit, they thinking that, we doing something good. Everything that they do, it always backfire on them. Just like you said, once they start opening up the books and the text messages and they get it subpoena, because like I say, you can delete as much as you want, but that's still iCloud, it's not gonna go nowhere. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And you can get all that stuff subpoenaed. So then they're gonna find out, this person is linked to this person, that person is linked to that person, and then they're gonna find who the head is behind this, because it got to be a head, because these people is riding too hard for this one person. The only reason I would ride so hard for a person, it got to be some type of money or some type of benefits that I'm going to get out of this. If I ain't getting nothing out of this, I'm not going to run. So let them go ahead, because I don't think that they got enough money to sit there, to fight a case, especially when Maurice is attorney. And I believe that, hey, he know the law, and his money is longer than the ones that's trying to plot against him. And I believe, David, I think that Maurice and everybody else is laughing on that. They say, I'm going to clean them up. All they did was put more gas on this fire. That's all I think.
Right, because that's
what I think.
Yeah, I think that too. Because that countersuit is really going to backfire on that content creator. Oh, it's going to backfire, because her daughter could get arrested and have federal charges by pulling up people's cases illegally without being told to on a job.
And we're going to sell that. We're going to sell. Please don't mention that person's name. Please.
No, ma'am,
not on
allegedly.
But that is horrible. I heard that. Wow. Because the daughter, oh my God, I heard that. They just don't know what they messing with. These, like I say, what's the purpose of gaining the entire world and losing your daggone soul? These people crazy.
Right.
They just don't know the harm, and these people would not. These people would end up in prison, not jail, prison.
Mm-hmm. And that's why she doesn't have a lot of brand deals like those reality TV girls that's on VH1 and on Bravo. She doesn't even get them type of deals. She's not like, I don't think she's likable, because if she was, she would have been all in the arenas. They favors Martell more in those arenas than her. And it shows.
I think people starting to see the light now, and once after, Martell get over this hump, going to court. And I pray that, his attorney lay all it on the line, how all this is based off a reality show. This girl just want a storyline and show the stuff that he could have done, when she wanted to pour gasoline on the lighter fluid on the couch and the floor, and allegedly throwing knives in the walls and pulling up plants and throwing glass. Once they show her behavior, they're going to know who is the real DV. And she is the real DV. And it's caught on camera. I see my girls in the house, dark and lovely. She said, hello, beauty. And Lady D in chat. Hey, dark and lovely. How are you doing? Glad you are here. Yes,
see, I love her point of view, dark and lovely, because she works. She has history in the law enforcement.
Absolutely.
She could definitely break it down, because she knows a lot.
Thank you, dark and lovely. Thank you very, very much. But it's just like I say, this is horrible.
It is.
This is horrible. But I truly think that Martell going to be vindicated, because they know that he was the sacrificial lamb. That's what I truly believe.
He is. I believe that. I seen that with my eyes open up.
And I'm glad your eyes are open. Girl, what made your eyes open up to see all this, that it wasn't right?
I kept seeing a pattern, and I said to myself, why is it that they always upheld this one individual and they always talking down on the rest? I said, then I seen a video from another content creator where it exposed that she does have certain bloggers and content creators to go at the Scotts. Then that weekend I went back to season 1 when I had cable, and I went back and I binge watched.
Oh, you went back.
I went back and tried to put 2 and 2 together, and I realized that I've been duped. This whole thing is an act. She plays on the hearts or the emotions of women that's been hurt. And that's what the whole gag is. That's what the whole gag is. And she has to create some type of drama. And you notice there's always a sale. It's always a sale about her product.
Absolutely.
Whenever there's a drama, that's the play. That's the play she be running.
Absolutely.
I've been peep game for a minute.
And I'm glad you see it. I see Dark and Lovely say, I'm here listening and heading to a business meeting soon. Okay, girl, take care. I would love to hear your viewpoint, especially now that, Martell is going to court back and forth, Dark and Lovely. So whenever you get a chance, you are welcome on the panel to talk about it, because, she's in the law enforcement. So she knows a lot of, ins and out when it comes to stuff like that. But Davita, I am so glad that you woke up. You came out of this. Dark and Lovely say, yes, Davita Jane, you are absolutely right. So whenever you get a chance, Dark and Lovely, when I set a panel, I would like, you to go ahead and break all this down, because enough is enough. These people think that the court system is something to play with, especially when it comes to our people. Make it make sense over a storyline.
And then the reason too, my eyes woke up, I kept seeing the same narrative.
But this is what I want. This is what I want to ask. When did you came out? How many seasons? That's what I want to know.
Mine was in season 3 going into season
4.
Okay.
So you had woke up. Where was you all, girl? I'm glad. I wish you was here a long time ago, because I ain't never, I wish you was here. Because at first I said and say, where everybody at? A lot of people, it's like they were scared to talk on her,
Right. And I never forget, this hurt me to this day. Back in 2022, I never forget, this woman demanded all of them to get Stormy products off the shelves because of Stormy's mom's comments about their leader. And I said, I'm not fitting to do this no more. This is beyond dirty. And I know that, but look how God blessed Stormy. I could go back and see how they try to do all that stuff, and it didn't work. It didn't work. She's still rising above that. And Martell is going to rise above that no matter what they try to do. And see what I'm seeing now, a lot of these people that was going and wheel milling, trying to destroy Martell, a lot of them are getting their karma. I seen some
Of
stuff happen.
course, of course,
I seen some stuff happen, and
of
uh
course. Of course, I give it about maybe a couple of more weeks. You're going to see more lawsuits because you remember when I had told you there were surges of lawsuits that's going to be filed. These people they're going to start gurgitating and start telling on each other. You know that, right?
yeah, and what gets me is that when a certain guy came out a few weeks ago and admitted to, yeah, they did doxing and had doxing games and things, nothing happened with him.
Wow.
I be in the bushes a lot, and I see stuff and I thinks about stuff, and she's the one she is the real villain.
Of course.
And I can't believe how she doesn't want him to prosper at all. You don't have God in your life. But the
They have a
same,
form of godliness, but they deny the power thereof. That's why I say many, say Lord, Lord, but girl, I don't take that with a grain of salt. I see Dark and Lovely say the judge would definitely see who the real villain is. You just said that, Davita, is regarding the DV charges and the fisherman's complaints when the court viewed the video footage. Absolutely, absolutely. Right. She needs to get over it. They've been divorced. Absolutely.
I do see that it's gonna be so much that she may do jail time. I'm seeing 4 to 5
Yep.
years of
Yep.
jail
Yep.
time.
Yep. Let me, girl, great. Like I say, people could see this. People can see this. And I'm so glad that people are now waking up. This girl I see it in the spirit, and this. And all you doing now is confirming it. Go ahead and talk, Davita.
She really wants. I had a dream the other night where she know it's wrong, but I do feel some nights that she wants Martell to get unalive, y'all. That's how evil this goes with her. There's nights she won't even sleep. She can't sleep from all the wrong. They say when people do things like this and they do a lot of dirt on people, it's hard for them to sleep at night because so much be on their brain. And like I said, Martell is more likable in those reality TV arenas. She's not likable. She's not likable, and I see that happening. And
Yeah.
and again, my spirit told me too that she keeps trying to make his life a living. HELL. This has
Yep.
been her. This has been her whole play for so many years.
Absolutely. And nobody can get mad because, like I said, just how y'all spin the story, we could spin it the way that we want. This is how we see it. This is our opinion. Ain't nobody can get mad with the devil. I saw in the spirit, and this girl, Davita, is confirming it right now. Melody is going to jail. Melody, like I say, she done dig too many ditches, and God gave her too many chances, gave her 7 seasons to sit there and repent and dismantle that. When they told her the last time to dismantle the millimeters, she came out. What she did, Davita, she danced, didn't she?
She danced, and when another content creator and Anthony had a live on a Sunday, that same time she did a story on IG saying millimeters versus everybody, smiling. She thinks she's above. She thinks she's above things, and how sway. You on own network. You're not on NBC connections like Bravo is or VH1. Like those girls on Basketball Wives that really get deals, okay? that really got real business. They don't have fans doing this. I think this is all a form of some type of witchcraft that she played on the hearts of these women, just like pastors. They always got their pocketbooks out. So
Stop right here. Hold on. Put a pin right there. You say she played on the hearts of these people. How she played on? Through her religion, right?
Yep, through her religion.
Thank you.
That God said go. But where was God when he been doing this to you before there was a TV show? When my husband did that to me when I was married, we divorced that same year. I'm not staying around being some sister wife to no doggone body, and I'm not
Thank
gonna
you.
be in some third party situation. I can make it on my own.
Thank you. But she didn't want to stop it because she know that, oh, I could come on this reality show and I can beat this until I can't beat it no more. She could have stopped this many times. They asked her to cease this, let this go, dismantle the millimeter. But she knew that she wasn't going to do it because she was banking off of her trauma. So what about the people that sitting there saying, what about all the stuff that Melody went through? Why are they sitting there saying this? Because I can hear in the spirit right now. I can't believe that Davida and D is talking about this right here. Don't you know this man cheated on? Don't you know this man put her through to hell? So why do you think that God can turn around and favor Martell and sit there and have a change of mind when it comes to Melody, Davida?
Because what Melody fails to realize that God says vengeance is his.
Say that again.
God says vengeance is his. And that's the issue that we have here, these plays and narratives that she's done for so many years. I mean, I remember hearing how she tried to buy out his contract with that suit, dude. She should have been got her tail beat, like straight up, because I'm tired of her trying to mess this man's life up. It ain't, girl. God let you go, divorce him. Let him make his money. Then y'all making fun of the fact that he was at the zoo chilling with Arion. Just stop it. And I get it. And like I said, it's coming. It's coming for her.
Absolutely.
And I think this lawsuit, Maurice God, is going to open a lot of can of worms and bones in her closet that she ain't ready for it to come out.
My God.
I do think that if he do what he's supposed to do, there's going to be some people going to jail federally because of doing things in that courthouse they shouldn't have been doing. That's what I think. What I think. It's going to be an embarrassment for sure. And I wish I could go to that court case. But if they go to court with it, I wish I could go and see it myself.
Wow. I might too.
But
I got a free ticket. I might take that ticket. When is it? Because I got a free ticket because I had a flight, I had supposed to take and I didn't take it. So I got a free flight. When is that?
I don't know. They haven't put it out yet.
Like I said, you never win, you play dirty.
But see, I think if Martell does it on all of them, ooh, child, that really would really blow things out. Neighborhood Talk and Shade Room will have it all about that.
Wow.
YouTube will be damaging these girls' channels if really things come out, but I really think if Martell could do it, it will really, really shake it up.
Wow.
Then they really will see that their leader is not this angel as they think she is. It really will open a lot of doors.
She played on them just like, and like I say, all this right here is for entertainment purpose only. This is alleged, ain't nobody mad but the devil. But according to what we saw on this reality show, she played on the hearts of her fans, just like she did Kiki, knowing Kiki had an addiction and knowing that most of the people that's following her probably went through, a bad marriage and trauma. And she played on that, just for her to bank off it. Every time when she would put on her live, she always tell you, look, I got something to talk about. Oh, I need them all. I need 100. Oh, we need more than 100. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna talk. But then she started throwing out, what she got on sale. You see what you see it? You see all that right there. Like I said, guys, wake up. All she was doing all this just to sit there and get those products sold. And it's my opinion. And all I can say is for entertainment purpose only. Go ahead, Davida.
That's the reason why I'm not buying her product, because of her hands of evilness.
Ooh, girl, my God. You got to be watching all my videos because, girl, go ahead. I'm not gonna stop you.
It's just like in the South, a man shouldn't eat from a woman that's cooking and she's angry and has a hateful spirit, because that could translate through the food that you're eating. The same thing with her doing these dirty things to people. She could use witchery and things of what she does. And I just don't trust buying nothing from her.
Now you leave us Southern people alone, because y'all sure think we be putting them hex on them men. y'all be hard on us Southern women. You see what I'm saying? But the reason why I wouldn't put it on, and like I say, this is my opinion, and we going by, what they put out, because she coming from out of a dark space. So just like Davida said, why would you want to purchase something from someone that's coming out a very dark and bitter place? Now, I don't mind purchasing something from Stormy, because Stormy, the money is following those products. You understand? She go on TikTok, she sells out, right? So I'm going to go where the money is going. The money is flowing. God opening up the heaven vaults for Stormy and pouring Stormy blessings, giving Stormy an overflow. But this right here, she's just faking it until she make it. It's like she throwing something in everything that's going to stick. All of her t-shirts dealing with trauma. So in a minute, Martell doing something, she coming out with another trauma binding t-shirt. I don't want that mess on me, because those spirits, words are like spells. Words are powerful. And you putting all those trauma binding logos all on you, that stuff going to sit there and it's going to get into your spirit. And before you know it, you acting just like the rest of them acting. I want to sit there and prosper. So if anything, I want something that I know that these people is not coming out of a dark space, and that's Stormy,
That's right. And
God's spirit travels.
Yes, God is protecting her. Protecting Stormy.
Absolutely.
She should also, I think she should, because the hate campaigns that they've done, it still hasn't stopped her from making her money.
Now, let me tell you what I felt in the spirit when it comes to Stormy. I felt that God is blessing her tremendously. I don't think that she needs this reality show. I think that, she would do better. Don't even worry about coming in front of a reality show, because it's no good about it anyway. The foundation is already laid. It's toxic, So if I was her, I would just continue doing what I'm doing, and people know you now. So people going to buy, I would just walk off of this reality show. I wouldn't even want to be a part of that. That's what I would do if I was Stormy.
Yeah. She doesn't need it. She doesn't.
She don't.
But I do see some lawsuits happening while this season is playing out. I do see that. It's going to be a lot that's going to shake the table.
And the thing about it, Davida, the Most High God, He's going to warn you first before the fall. And she has so many warnings. And she even talked about the warnings. God told her many times to go, let it go. But she kept staying stuck. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when it does fall and collapse, she has nobody to blame but herself.
It's going to be something. It is going to be something. And I'm just going to be here to watch it. And, because he's going to end up, I see him with full custody. Wow. I see him having the kids visiting her in the jail. I do. I see that.
My God. My God. Continue talking.
Just like those other reality wives that was doing scams and stuff like that, they get exposed, you know. And having a cult like this, people gonna start noticing these high execs and people on these networks. Word travels very, very fast about this type of stuff, and um I do see some things that's gonna happen because once the networks really dig in and investigate this, ooh,
Mm-hmm.
oh man.
And all this what Davita saying, guys, this is a confirmation, and those that follow me know I already talked about. That's why I put her right there where she belongs. This girl, like I say, you never win, you play dirty. And one thing about it, you don't sit there and gloat over no one demises and try to set traps and snares and saying it's all because of Almighty God. God is not the author of confusion. God is nowhere in this mess. And anytime when you sitting there, you trying to make a mockery of God's people just because they had failed, and you sitting there, you tying up God's hands and you taking revenges on your own, then what goes around come around, and you going to reap the harvest. I saw already in the spirit, and this girl came on my platform today and confirmed it.
And
You
they're
got
gonna and
go
some of
ahead.
them some of them gonna still try to be by her side, send her
Absolutely.
money, do all that stuff if everything goes the way I see it. But it's been things are fitting to really. It's gonna be a lot that's fitting to happen for real.
Absolutely. It is, and you say many gonna be there, and she's gonna be accountable for, and we got 3 more minutes. She's going to be accountable for all the ones that she caused to stumble. You know that, right, Davida?
Yes, I do. That when you're living on top like that house on the hill, and look down at everybody, God sees everything. You want her, she wants
Absolutely.
her riches now on earth, and it doesn't work like that. See, when you're doing the riches on earth, you have to do 30 things to get there, and that's not of God.
That's it. This is the warning that you hear, and you can go ahead and close it out with the warning. Go ahead and close it out with the warning. We got 2 more minutes. Close it out with the warning, because God has sent you here, and me and you never even talked about this right here. God
Right.
had called you to confirm this right here.
She is trying to destroy everybody, and she thinks she's above God. And God, this gonna be a big lesson she's spent and learn. And God says that pride becomes before the fall. And she has a lot of pride right now. And it's just not gonna end well. Real talk.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Real talk.
So what the ones that she caused to stumble, what could they do?
They could definitely share what they went through or even go to court about it. It definitely needs to be told. All of them. Her people's done so much dirt to all of them, and that's been the whole play this whole entire time. And folks see it. How could a fan of hers go to Letitia's house like that? I hope Letitia and Marceau press charges and do more research on this individual. It ain't She's not worth it. Ain't no way I would try to pull the rug under somebody for her approval. Are you crazy? Your
Mhm.
praise goes to the Most High for waking you up each day. That's allow us
My
to earn
God.
our keep for that day. Like, absolutely not. And if her products was all that, she should have. Why she didn't partner with Macy's and things? They let people that create their own product have a kiosk in Macy's. If you don't want to do production in stores, but it's dirty what you did to Stormy, and Stormy still rising up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's
And
it.
I don't believe she makes millions. I think that's all a
Mhm.
facade. That's all to sell something, and I'm not falling for it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You like I said there and say, you came and you came and brought it home. So he that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit of the Lord is saying. I don't even need to go over what Davida said, because I know it wasn't Davida. It was the Spirit God that was using her. Like I said, Davida was just she just was a messenger, just a vessel. So,
And please believe me, Martell has got on his knees and asked for forgiveness to the Most High. He did. But God has got him protected. Got him protected because he's not the one that sold his soul. That's why he could go to the zoo and enjoy life like he does. That's why he get to go to Bravo and kick it with them. He's a likable person, and she always hated that.
because God saw his heart, not his actions, right? His heart, not what came out of him, because cheek and tongue would say anything, the mouth would say anything, but the heart is not going to lie, right? So God searches the heart and saw that heart was right?
Exactly. It's just her stuff is going to be exposed on how she's done him. How she done him. These ridiculous things. She needs to just move on, but she's going to take it. That's where she's going to end up going. Because she's done too much. She's done way too much.
She caused too many to stumble. She caused too many to stumble.
That's right. To the point where people's lives could be threatened. Going to people places of business, recording it, pulling up court papers when it was never needed to be pulled up. It's a lot. It's a lot of federal things that she's connected to. And once they pull these emails and text messages and all that, where cell phone data, where was this person at? Does it shows they could find, they got so much forensic techniques where they could find things out on this date and you was here or there. They got that type of ammunition. So I'm pretty sure Maurice knows that Miss Buddy
he knows. He got it.
So I'm saying since that countersuit happened, he's really finna pull it out the bag, and they're not ready. They're not gonna be ready for it because Miss Thing there's finna get exposed. A lot of stuff finna come out. I do feel that. All this conspiracy stuff, she conspired. Those are felony charges.
Hey, Simona. Wow. Well, like I said, this right here, this was the message. God had you to come in and blow the trumpet. And all this right here is a confirmation. And you and I never even talked about this.
No. No, we haven't. No, we haven't. We haven't talked about this. Never. And Carlos worked so hard. I remember him years back. He's worked so hard. And they're angry because Mr. Funky over there wants to review it, and they're big mad about that because there's some jealousy with these content creators that support her. There's a lot of jealousy they have against these men who got 500,000 or 250,000 subscribers. I'm peeping that out too. So yes, I do believe that they do. I do believe that maybe allegedly they have meetings about who they go after. I do believe that. That's how elementary she is. She's a little girl. See, it's very deep with her. She may have nice hairdos and wear makeup and be filtered up, but baby, that woman is hurting. Not just with Martell. She's been hurting for a long time because of her dad not being there. That's a rejection issue and a low self-esteem issue.
Wow.
And that's what she's dealing with. But she thinks she can hide it. But it comes out because she's soulless in her eyes. She has no soul. And I've seen that a long time ago. She has no soul. And she got some rejection issue. She's angry that he left. She's angry how could he leave her with her, because she thinks very highly of herself. Okay. She's angry at the fact how he left her, the successful of her, to someone like Arion that's not on her level. She's angry about
Wow.
that. She's deep, deep angry. You didn't think she was angry because they was at the zoo together?
Mm-hmm.
I never forget that video on IG, how she was throwing shots at her, and that showed me how jealous she still is about that.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. And
Well,
and
guys.
it and just like how she used Kiki to try to destroy Marcel and Tisha, that Sunny situation behind the scenes was used to try to destroy Destiny and Moses. When Destiny
Wow.
said that Sunny sought her out to be her producer, this was right after that reunion that Miss Buddy alleged that Destiny and Tisha said stuff about her in the hotel room. She was dating Moses at that time.
Mm-mm-mm.
Because that new season that came after that reunion, that was Destiny's last season till now that she's come back. And it all connects. And I believe she sought out Sunny to try to destroy Destiny and Moses. That's been her aim. She doesn't like to see people happy with each other. She's angry about that. She has some deep
Wow.
hatred behind that. And she's really gonna be pissed at Sunny because that girl that's on there supposed to be friends with Sunny that had something with Martell years ago. So that's another narrative they putting out. It's another. I like the fact that when Destiny and Tisha talked about them and how deranged they are, that shows me that OWN Network is aware of that, and those are
Wow.
warning signs that's being shown.
Wow.
Mhm.
Wow. Well, you said it. So, guys, like I said, all we can do is just, pray for them because I pray that, Melody, she repent. And you might say, well, why Melody need to repent? Because, like I said, Melody did what, she didn't want was done to her. And you never fight evil with evil because, just like Davida said, revenge is the Lord. And I think that, by Melody said there and she took a trauma and she made it evil spoken of and she need to apologize. And because like I say, much is given, much is required. What's the purpose of gaining the entire world and losing your daggone soul? Okay. So
Exactly.
that's it, guys. We done did the 2 hours and I didn't ask Davida, to say that, it's just, and I wasn't going to quench the spirit because I'm not going to be like, what's his name? Keon Henderson, Shawnee, oh man, when the spirit speak, I'm going to be obedient. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So all I know is what she said, that's right there is a wake up call. And I pray that, you guys out there that riding on this train with this woman come off because it's going to be like the blind leading the blind. And what's going to happen? You all going to end up in a ditch. You guys going to end up in some serious trouble. Some very serious trouble all for a reality show. Why would you want to become somebody's enemy, people that you don't know, just because somebody else off of a reality show? Make it make sense. So on that note, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna shut it down. Thank you, Davida, being obedient, and saying what thus says the Lord. And I know it's of God because God put it in my spirit. You blow the trumpet and sound the alarm. This is a warning right here, guys. And all the ones that came in to comment, thank you very, very much. I'm just gonna let the spirit just have his way, and we just gonna marinate on this right here. He that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit of the Lord is saying. And thank you again, Davida. Also, thank you, Nicole, for coming on. Thank you very much. And I just let God have his way, and I truly believe that God sent you to blow the trumpet, Davida. You hear me?
Yes, amen. And you're welcome.
Yes,
I really appreciate it coming up because
yes.
this is a spiritual warfare that's going on.
Absolutely, absolutely,
Uh-huh.
absolutely. And
Mhm.
I thank God for using you, and I thank God for being obedient. So you be blessed here.
You be blessed as well. And happy Mother's Day to you and to the mothers in the chat. Y'all have a blessed day, guys.
Absolutely, absolutely, guys. So, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and close it down. Happy Mother's Day, to all the mothers out there. Like I say, life is too short, guys. We here today and gone tomorrow. So, we just got to do good. So, I'm gonna go ahead and close out because, everything was said. So, Country Girl says, "Happy early Mother's Day. Everyone, enjoy the rest of your evening. Be safe. God bless you all."